And this video is about my favorite authors of like all time, and it's and my top 10. Okay, first, lately my favorite author has been the author named Richard Lehman. He was one that's a horror, spider horror author. He died though in 2001 on Valentine's, but he is my favorite because he writes like about anything horror you can think of, but it's not like your regular standard horror, like he's not just a good writer, like he actually stays on point, doesn't like, go off topic and like about a bunch of inane things that don't even matter with like the plot, but like he'll write really gory and dark. And, like some of his books like even been like censored, like and cut like different versions because it's disturbing. And yeah, and also the thing about him, like why he's such a great author, is because well, for example, like The Woods Are Dark, that's like his uncut, uncensored version, like 2 different versions of the book. That's like probably my favorite. And he's just a really great author. He'll like the Beast House trilogy is like kind of like Amityville horror thing, like a haunted evil house. But he's like really original, and like Once Upon a Halloween, about like evil satanic like cult and Halloween, like killing people. They're treating they're cannibals. Like they're both those books are about cannibals. So I really love them. But he's just a really amazing author. He writes like he's written over 30 books. Actually closer to 50, and he's just like really like anything you read of his will be good. Like even of like pop authors, ones I don't really like, but ones that are really popular that everyone loves, like Dean Stephen King, love Richard Lehman. Like so basically any Richard Lehman book, but like anytime I see one of his books I really want one, and bottom line is like I'll buy it and I don't care. Like I don't care about the price. I'll just buy it just because it's Richard Lehman. I won't think twice about it, or I won't even care. Like I won't even read it, but I'll just buy it. He's like really great, and so far I've almost 25 of his books. I'm gonna get them all. But yeah, he's really amazing. So if you like horror, like he's like I love horror, but like I rather watch most horror movies because most horror authors are boring to me. But he's like the only one. He's always good. So just like read any of his books, and he's just like the best one, I think. So like read him. Go to your library for free. See if you like him. Because I like randomly referred to him from this girl on Twitter who told someone else to read him that like she liked him, and so I started him. So like yeah, and I've been a fan like a year now. My second favorite author would be because mainly because this is all I read so far, the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit, but like obviously Tolkien, yeah, because he's like just awesome and good, and everyone loves Lord of the Rings. Well, mainly if you not only watch them but also read the books. So he's my favorite too because like everything, like all his characters, like he's some really like good life quotes, life advice that he ties into his books. And you wouldn't know that if you've only seen the Lord of the Rings movies. But Tolkien's the best too because it's like a great escape fantasy, like so I love him so much. And it's like I don't really read fantasy, not even like Harry Potter, but I love him. And yeah, his other books I haven't gotten around to them yet, but I really want to. And like Middle Earth, like reading that, and it's like my big escape, reading his books about Middle Earth. Okay. Also, I love him because, well, Peter Jackson's a great director, I guess, but not too much on the Hobbit movies. But I love Richard, and not Richard, Tolkien. I really love him because like his his whole family's authors, his son and his grandson are authors too. And his son is his editor, Christopher. And just, like, if you haven't read Lord of the Rings series, read it. And honestly, that's probably the longest series I've read, but it's worth it. Like, easily over 1,000 pages together over all 3 books. My favorite, though, movie is Return of the King, and my favorite book is The Fellowship. So, my third favorite author is Anne Rice. And The Vampire Chronicles, I have autographed the newest one, Prince Lestat. My favorite one is Interview, and Pandora, and Minute the Devil, and Tell the Body Thief. And Anne Rice's adaptations of movies are okay. Like Queen of the Damned, I love the soundtrack. I love that they use all those like Korn and Don the Diva songs. My favorite book of hers right now is the Sleeping Beauty series, and I have 2 of those autographed too, the first and fourth one, and her Wolves of Midwinter. I have that autographed too. And like, yeah, I want to meet Anne Rice someday at a book signing, and she's really awesome. But like most of my favorite authors are like older dead. Yeah, so I really want to meet her. And everything's great. I have all her books. And Interview with the Vampire was a pretty good movie. My other favorite author is Ellen Hopkins, and especially Crank sequel, Glass. And I haven't read her new book yet, but I really love Perfect, Burned, and Smoke, and she's just like great reverse poetry, and it's like easy to read, and she's really, I love her. So any book of hers is good, but it's like read them in order because like she's a different series. But Ellen Hopkins is really great, and I really want to meet her too. The book signing. And I really can't wait for her books to turn into plays and movies, like Crank, for example. Based off her real daughter. And yeah, if you buy a book stamp and she approve a purchase of one of her books, you can send it to her address in Nevada, and she'll sign it for you. And so I'm going around to doing that, but I will. And my 5th favorite would be probably, I've already talked about her before, Megan Hart writes, like, she went to college for writing degree, and she writes in every genre, mainly romance, but romance that crosses into like sci-fi, thriller, action, fantasy. And my favorite books of hers are Tear You Apart, Space Between Us, Broken, and all her books are pretty great. I have 2 of her books autographed. And she's a really great author as well, because she cares about her fans and interacts with them online, and she's really funny, and she just like writes some like non-romance too, but she's like just a good author, and her books are pretty long, but it's like good because like when she connects with books, you like, it just doesn't matter how long it is, because she's really great. But I don't know how many guys would like her, but if you're a girl, you probably would, even if you don't really usually like romance. But she's a really great author. And yeah, she's probably pretty much one of the few romance authors I'll even read, like, ever. And I just really like, I have all her books too. And another author I like would be my 6th favorite. Let's see. My 6th favorite author was. Okay, Alex Macaulay. I haven't read him in a while. He's good because his books are like about like real life survival, like Bad Girls. Like all his books are interesting on TV, Bad Girls is about like girls, and like Mean Girls meets Lord of the Flies. and he has like 3 other books, but he stopped writing since. And like all his books are really good, especially if you like cannibals and like people stuck in the wilderness, like a real life horror story that seems realistic. That would definitely be Oblivion Road, and Bones are in it too, and cannibals, like I said. And yeah, he's a great author. And then there's this other one about this girl at Catholic school that like escapes called Shelter Me, and it's really good because she escapes with these girls and she thinks they're gonna rescue her, like they're gonna help her get away from this weird nun school comment. But like yeah, there's prostitution and it's like really weird, and he has like great twists in his book. My 7th favorite authors. There's like so many I'm thinking of right now. I guess my 7th favorite would be Teresa Mummert, but I've only read one of her series called the White Trash. Beautiful series about this Shelby girl gets like falls in love with this rock star and like rescues her from her shitty home in like Arkansas, I think, and like she goes like she has a horrible abusive relationship and she's there taking her from mom, but her boyfriend's an idiot. So like she meets this rock star named Trevor, and he like rescues her from all that. And like, well, mainly the first 2 books are about them, but the third is about like someone else in the guy's band and his relationship. But like, it's pretty good romance, I guess. I feel especially if you're like you know like you're a nobody and then like you're like you guys just fall in love with the rock star and like yeah, that's like what it's about. And my 8th favorite would be let's see. My 8th favorite author would be I guess there's so many man, I really can't think right now. There's so many authors that come to mind. My 8th favorite because I read them a lot. Okay. And I really can't think right now. No, oh yeah, my 8th favorite would probably be Lauren Dane because she's great with like she writes all these great series, but like you don't even have to read them in order to know what's going on, but like it's good too because like she like there's like a lot of like in her books there's like a lot of drama, but like there's like the woman taking no shit, like it's romance, but like they don't depend on the guy and they'll like you know if something goes wrong they'll like question it or like you know get up and leave and like it's like about like strong independent woman. She's like a feminist author. Like I really like Lauren Dane. I've always liked her since I discovered Who's Making Her because they're like best friends. And I guess my other favorite ninth favorite author, Celia Day, The Entwined with You. I know, I can't remember the series called, the Crossfire series, and I read some of her other books, but the Crossfire series is best because it's like 50 Shades but vanilla, but it's like way better because like the woman in it demands respect and she's like kind of rich just like the main guy. It's like she's not using him for like money or like they don't have like a unhealthy or toxic relationship, but like it's really great series because like there's a lot of drama and like her the main girl's stepbrother is like abusive and a molester and like getting across as like the millionaire she falls in love with, but she's like rich too, but like their relation's vanilla and consensual and all that, and it's pretty good even though it's kind of obvious what happens that they eventually get married and stuff, but it's still really good. So my 10th favorite author is thinking I guess my 10th favorite would be I guess Jack Ketchum, probably. And I like him because he writes like spider horror. Like a lot of his books become movies, like Red, Offspring. This is the Offspring or Off Season, one of the books in that series. And The Lost and The Girl Next Door. The horror book, Girl Next Door, not the romance movie. He's like great because like he has good writing and he's Corey that he also has Rachel name, but I love him too. And like I guess The Girl Next Door is my favorite of his. It's like 400 pages just about. And I read that Jack Ketchum book in like under 2 hours. And he's really great. I've seen all the movies of his book adaptations. I think the saddest one was Red, because the dog dies in it, but the guy gets revenge, which is good. But yeah, now books that I just love that are standalone, I guess. Authors, like maybe probably like just a lot of like true crime authors. My favorite books, like Anne Rule, The Stranger Beside Me. I haven't really read much else of hers yet. The Last Victim by Jason Moss. Let's see, Tamara Weber's series, Easy and Breakable. It's like a romance series, but it's pretty good. And like so many, like I guess just a ton of like true crime books. And like authors like Anne Rule, and just there's like so many books. Like I'll read anything practically, and it's like erratic, like 50 Shades I won't read, and but I do want to read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And so I'll basically read anything but most comics unless it's Batman. I won't read most romance. I won't read sci-fi. I won't read most fantasy. But other than that, I read like anything. And I really like Nostradamus. And I guess I'd say my top 5 favorite books ever. Number 1 would be The Long Hard Road Home by Marilyn Manson. Second would be Wizard Dark by Richard Lehman. 3 would be Tear You Apart by Megan Art. 4th would be Sleeping Beauty by Anne Rice. And the 5th would be I guess I really thought about it. I guess my 5th favorite book would be The Hobbit. And then I like any of the authors I like talked about. Check them out and give me recommendations and link me to your videos and stuff that you like too, so I can get recommendations, because I'm always looking for new authors too. And so yeah, I hope you liked it. But so go out, and if you're into horror, read a new Richard Lehman book. If you're into romance, read any Megan Art book. And I just recommend Lauren Tolkien and Anne Rice to everyone though, and Ella Hopkins. So yeah, go read any of those authors, and they're awesome. So yeah, give me some suggestions too.